What's up, everyone? Ben Batman here with Batman Fitness and Strength, and today I have a full day of eating for you. But you're looking at it right here. Protein shake after protein shake after protein shake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And as snacks, what I like to do is to just get my protein powder, open it up like this, just scoop it. Tasty. Oh gosh. Oh. All right. So obviously I don't have a protein shake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, nor do I dry scoop protein powder. If you do, you're psychotic. I actually don't have protein powder that much. I got this protein powder for this part of the video. I try and get a lot of my protein just from what I eat throughout the day. I do sometimes have protein powder on hand just in case I don't reach how much protein I want to get for the day. All right, so today, y'all, I'm doing a full day of eating for you all. I'm trying to get 2,600 calories total. That's about my basal metabolic rate plus my activity factor using the Mifflin calculator shown right here on the screen. And that's with all my data put in, my height, weight, age, etc. And I generally go for 1.5 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So that comes out to about 112 to 120 grams of protein. So that's what I'm aiming for today. And as I go through all my meals throughout the day, I'm gonna have the protein content and calorie content pop up on the screen so we can kind of keep track of how I'm doing with my protein and calorie intake. And here I'm just gonna be going over my meals. I'm not gonna be going over my workouts or anything like that, just my meals and snacks that I eat throughout the day. And before we get going with this video, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Batman Fitness and Strength, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video just like this one. Let's roll. So now it's time for breakfast. I'm making some regular coffee now, caffeinated. I switch up the kinds of coffee that I use to try out different flavors, different roasts, different origins. Today I'm using the Javalia whole bean mild roast. It's pretty good. Recommend it if you haven't tried it yet. So for all my meals, I like to keep them all fairly simple. Simplicity is kind of my go-to for meals. It makes my day easier as I go. And the consistency and simplicity make sure I get all of my macro and micronutrients that I need to stay strong, optimize my recovery, etc. So normally for breakfast, I have oatmeal. I use the Kroger brand old-fashioned oats. I normally eat about 1.5 to 2 servings of oats. That's around 300 calories, 250 calories for just the oats. I used to eat a lot of eggs, but I kind of stopped that. Like we were talking 5-6 eggs for breakfast. But I kind of stopped that due to the amount of cholesterol in eggs. And while it's still up for debate whether that amount of dietary cholesterol can truly affect the blood level amount of cholesterol, I decided to go ahead and cut back on my eggs. And so I haven't really had eggs for breakfast in over a month now, and I've just been sticking with oatmeal. Now, for post-workout snack, so post-cardio snack this morning, what I had were some Heavenly Hunks right here. These things are incredible. A hunk is pretty big. They're about 120 calories per hunk. I had 2 hunks this morning. So it was about 240 calories with these Heavenly Hunks right here. While these are great if you're trying to put on mass or just as a post-workout, pre-workout snack, they're great. But if you're trying to lose weight, I don't recommend these Heavenly Hunks as they are very calorically dense. But hey, if you're trying to gain weight, these Heavenly Hunks right here. When I'm looking at my meals and throughout the day, the 2 main things I look for are protein, how much I'm getting protein. As I mentioned earlier, I'm looking for 112 to 120 grams of protein per day. And the other thing is just total caloric intake throughout the day. I don't really track carbohydrates or fats. I just kind of let them fall as they may. I'm just making sure I eat lots of vegetables, whole grains, things like that, okay? You don't have to overcomplicate your nutrition. I keep mine pretty simple and it works amazing for me. All right, y'all, just popped my oatmeal And the microwave, I know I don't put it on the stove top. Microwave is fine, okay? Anyway, so these are the things that I like to put in my oatmeal to give it a high protein content and some fruits in my breakfast. So first things, I either get some frozen berries or I'll do kiwis. So today I'm doing kiwis. They're having spring sales at Kroger, so I gotta get the kiwis. But if I don't have the kiwis, I'll normally have frozen mix of berries, like blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, things of that nature. Next, to give me some good protein, I use Oikos plain yogurt, plain Greek yogurt. This thing packs a punch with 17 grams of protein per cup of yogurt. I use about a cup of yogurt on my oatmeal each morning, so it adds about 17 grams of protein to the oatmeal. The oatmeal has about 4 grams of protein per serving, so it's 8 totals. I use 2 servings of oatmeal, so we're already about 24 grams of protein. Next, I like to add 1 to 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. I use the Kroger Natural Crunchy. If you use smooth peanut butter, you suck, okay? Anyway, so crunchy peanut butter, about 1 to 2 tablespoons. That adds about 150 to 180 calories, along with how much protein we got, 8 grams of protein. So that brings my protein content for my oatmeal up to about 32 grams of protein so far. And then finally, I add a little bit of honey to my oatmeal as well, just for taste. I'll sometimes add cinnamon and cocoa powder, but I don't have those 2 things today. So these are my 4 ingredients that I'm adding to my oatmeal this morning for breakfast. All right, here we have the finished product for my breakfast. Again, we have about 15 grams of protein from the yogurt, 8 grams of protein from the peanut butter, and 10 grams of protein from the oatmeal. So it makes for a nice high protein breakfast with some kiwi to add some vitamins and some fruit to my breakfast. All right, y'all, it is lunchtime now. So today I'm doing a couple tofu burritos. My lunch varies from day to day, but it stays fairly consistent, whether it's like a chicken stir fry or tofu stir fry, or maybe I make an egg sandwich, things like that. But today we're making a tofu burrito, or 2 of them, because I'm fat, with rice, black beans, stir fried peppers, onions, and kale. And then obviously tofu, and then to top it off, I'll add some Greek yogurt and some salsa to the burritos. So here I'm using a chunk of onion about this big, and then about half of a red bell pepper right there. All right, just finished chopping up the onions and peppers. Now we're gonna stick them in the frying pan. Saute the onions and peppers for probably about 4 to 5 minutes, put some seasoning on it, and then add the kale and let that steam for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then add the tofu, and then put it all together in my tortilla. Now that I've added the kale, I'm gonna let it steam for about a solid 2 to 3 minutes right here. All right, kale's looking pretty good now. Now I'm just gonna add the black beans directly into the pan and just make a nice little stir fry of all my veggies and then my beans. I'll be using about half a can of black beans, so that's about 220 calories being added from the beans. All right, so I'm letting my beans and veggies sit under a top for about a minute or so. In the meantime, I'm gonna be toasting my 2 tortillas. For the tortillas, I'm just using the Kroger brand whole wheat tortillas. Nothing fancy. It's 140 calories per tortilla. So they're gonna be adding a total of 280 calories to my lunch so far. For the tofu today, I'm just using the Simple Truth organic tofu right here, extra firm. So there's 4.5 servings per container, each serving having 90 calories. I used about half the container, so I used about 2.2 servings, so approximately 200 calories from my tofu, around 20 grams of protein from the tofu. All right, so my tofu is done. If you want to come take a look at the tofu real quick, that'd be great. Wow, look at that. All right, now what I'm gonna do, I'll be adding the tofu to my stir fry now, then I'll let it sit in its juices for a little bit. juices. All right, tofu's been added, so I'll let that sit for a minute, and then I'll put it all in the burrito. All right, so I made 2 servings of brown rice. That was about half a cup of uncooked brown rice. And I'm actually just gonna be making 1 burrito and then using the rest just to make a little stir fry. So I'm adding about half of the serving of rice to the burrito. I made way too much stir fry, so only a little bit's gonna fit in there. All right, so I have all my filling in my burrito. Now we're gonna attempt to fold it. Not gonna work out. Voila, it's amazing. Don't judge my burrito folding skills. All right, so I made my 1 burrito. Now I'm just gonna use the rest of my fillings to make a little bit of a stir fry kind of thing. I'll probably just save the rest of that for later. All right, so this right here is approximately 740 calories, give or take a few, with 28 grams of protein so far. And to make sure I try and get around 35 to 40 grams of protein, I'll be adding my Greek yogurt, about 2 dollops. It's probably about 12 grams of protein right there, taking up the total protein count to 40 grams. And then just because I like salsa, I'm adding my salsa to here to add some flavor. So there we go. This is lunch right here. So again, about 750 calories, around 40 grams of protein. I'll catch y'all at dinner. All right, y'all. So it is dinner time now. I'm at approximately 1,750 calories, so 1,750. I had about 750, 650 with breakfast and lunch. I had 240 calories from the Heavenly Hunks, and then I had another 130 calories from that protein shake and the dry scooping that I had earlier in the video. Okay, so I'm aiming for around 800 to 900 calories with dinner. I may or may not hit that. I don't eat exactly how much I aim to eat every day. Sometimes it's a little more, sometimes it's a little less. I just make sure that on average for the week, I meet my daily intake that I'm trying to hit. I'm gonna be doing a little chicken stir fry-ish thing with a carb base of sweet potatoes, and then the other half of that can of black beans I had for lunch, with some peppers, onions, and arugula, and then of course chicken, and then just put that on a plate and chow down or something. All right, I have all my veggies except for the arugula in the pan. I'm gonna let that cook on high for about 4 minutes, and then I'll let it simmer with the arugula for another 5 or so. And then we're gonna be adding the chicken and beans to the mix. Now, for seasoning for a lot of my stir fries and similar things that I'm making today, I like to just season with salt and pepper because I'm white. Yeah, but for real though, well, yes, I am white. I season with primarily lemon pepper, garlic, oregano, rosemary. Those are my kind of 4 primary seasonings that I like to use when cooking stir fries. Just added the arugula and the beans, so now I'm gonna let it simmer for about another 2 to 3 minutes. Here we go, it's all coming together. All right, here is the finished product, sweet potato and bean chicken and veggie stir fry. Looks pretty good if I do say so myself. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video. Full day of eating for me. I hit about 2,400 calories, give or take a few, so I hit that lower side on that Mifflin equation that I showed earlier in the video. So not bad, and like I said, I don't always hit exactly 2,600 every day. It's sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. Just depends on the day, but I try to stay in that range of 2,400 to 2,800 calories per day. You don't have to hit it on the T every single day to make it work, okay? Just have that general goal and on average, hit that goal. If you'd like to see more eating videos, maybe something like what I would eat in a day if I were vegan, make sure to comment down below if you would like to see similar things like that. But that is all I have for you today. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Batman Fitness and Strength, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video just like this one. And if you're looking for a place to find a bunch of my different programs, go to www.batmanfitnessandstrength.com. Drop a like, comment, and until next time, quietly defy.